Hello and welcome back to the Chatter Cave podcast, where we usually have media discussions as a single topic, but sometimes, like today, it might be multiple topics because we can't really think of a single topic that's worth talking about for 30 plus minutes. I'm your host, King Thomas Hughes. Obviously, I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Zenny F underscore. Almost did it then. Connor O'Shea,
I
who for some reason
don't
has
know
a
what I'm
Shrek
doing.
background today.
Yeah. Well, you said I like the other background, and I decided, well, in that case, I'll change it to Shrek.
So is this like
And
the
then I,
case? Is this like the case as like if when you have something when you're younger and your parents are like, oh, I like that, and you're just like, I don't like it anymore because you
yep,
like it.
yep.
Like that
Well,
kind
I
of
tried to
situation.
AI generate an image of Shrek making love to the gingerbread man, but it was like, this is against our terms, so I just had to get rid of it.
Um. Uh. 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 Uh.
The only one that he gave me was him like, hugging like a bunch of gingerbread man. I was like, that's not what I want.
Okay. 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 I don't know how to physically respond to that, so I'm just gonna brush it under the rug. Um. Right, so yeah, we're gonna just basically riff on various like topics that popped up in the media over the past like few days. They can mix from movie news, TV news, gaming news, or anything that we feel like we can have a little discussion about, or at least one of us can have a little just like talk about, and the other can sit back and go, "Yeah, okay, I understand. Yep, 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 yep." Um. So yeah, I'll let you go first on this one, Mr. Connor. You said you got a big one.
You want me to do my big one first?
Yeah, you can do. Start off big. You got to start off big, because then when you go towards the end, it starts getting shitter. That's when everyone will give up anyway. So you get the good
Oh,
one out
okay, right.
first.
So, do you remember Overwatch 1? The very first
Yes, to an
Overwatch game.
extent. I know I played it, but yes, I know what Overwatch is. It's the one that
And
robbed Uncharted at the Game Awards. Yes,
yeah, and didn't rob it. It's deserved on
it
Chai
it
Pippa.
it, it robbed Uncharted 4.
And then they announced that Overwatch 2 was going to be a thing.
Yeah,
But the big difference with Overwatch 2 was it's going to have a whole PvE mode, and it's going to have all talent trees, and it's going to be like this whole thing. And then the announced yesterday, yeah, they just cancelled that. That's just gone.
but the
That
game.
whole section that the reason Overwatch 2 was going to be a thing has gone. And like you're still doing story missions, you're just not going to have this whole skill tree that we like talked about. Was the whole reason we're going to make it called Overwatch 2.
Oh,
So now it's just pointless. So it's just
so
Overwatch 1.
so they're still making the game. It's just they've cut out like an entire section of the game.
Well, Overwatch 2's already out. And literally all the change they did was they just changed it from 6v6 to 5v5, and now they're
Oh,
like,
and
oh, this whole mode is just not in the game anymore.
so they were gonna add. Was it in the game already? Or were they adding it to the game?
They were adding it to the game. That was the whole
Okay.
basically this is the whole reasoning to call it Overwatch 2, because it's going to be like a massive update. It's going to be all this like new stuff, and then now they're like, oh, we're still going to have story missions for the characters. We're just not going to have this whole mode that we announced and promised like ages ago. I think it's like 3 years ago they announced it. Now they're just like, yeah, we scrapped it, and it wasn't even like a big like announcement. It was like, oh yeah, that's not happening anymore, and then brushed it off. Like, what the fuck? So
I mean, it's not the first like game company that's pissed people off recently. I imagine an entire fucking episode about talking about game companies that are releasing broken games that pissed everyone off. I mean, yeah.
stupid.
Uh, so obviously, how we're gonna work a lot of this is literally we're gonna be looking at like just news outlets, social media, anything that pops up with something that makes us go, yeah, I think we can have a word about that. Obviously, something you brought up beforehand, obviously before we started, was obviously Nicolas Cage going to Dead by Daylight. That's a strange one, really. I mean, it's
I
obviously
haven't read into it. Is it just him or him as a character?
he's obviously it's Nicolas Cage. Like from what I can tell from the trailer, it's literally they're putting Nicolas Cage in the game. But as Hayden said, it would have been more funnier if he was they put a killer in called and he was Nicolas Cage, and like you got to play as him hunting people.
Oh, is it not him as a killer? It's just Survivor.
I think he might be a survivor. They haven't like fully announced anything. All it says here on obviously Instagram is Nicolas Cage will soon appear in the game Dead by Daylight, but details are basically currently sparse. Apparently, there's going to be more revealed July the 5th.
I really hope he's a killer.
That would be hilarious. Imagine being just like hunted down. Like he has catchphrases as well. Like as you're walking around, like he's just like screaming at you and shit like that. Imagine that.
Like, I feel like it'd be so much cooler if he was like just the killer.
That'd be quite fun. Like, and a lot of his powers are based on like different movie characters he's played. That'd be quite fun. But yeah, obviously I saw that earlier because obviously it popped up randomly. I think on Facebook or something like that. And I was like, "What the fuck's this?" And I watched it. I was like, "What the fuck?" I mean, I haven't played Dead by Daylight for fucking like years. I think the last time I played it was probably with you lot, or at least Alex
It's
and
been a
Hayden.
while.
Actually, I think yeah, you were. It was, you, Alex, and Hayden. I think.
Yeah, and everyone kept complaining because I could kill everyone.
Yeah. So I mean,
So
it's a game I brought out ages ago, and I think we've like played little bits here and there over the years. It's like a fun game, but it's just one of those ones where you need the players. Like you're kind of fucked about like a full team. But I do love that game for the fact that it's including a lot of like horror IP. Like it's got a lot of its own like made for the game sort of IP. Like a lot of characters that it's like specifically for this game. But then they introduce a lot of like characters from actual established IPs like Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, Evil Dead, The Ring, and well now Nicolas Cage. So I like the fact that they're doing that, and I'm very interested to see how like they adapt that into the movie because obviously I know they're making a movie soon. So I think was it James Wan's company and obviously Blumhouse. I think they're working on it. Was it something like that?
yeah,
I think it was James Wan's company that was working on it.
someone was working on some
Dead
fun movie
by
for it.
Daylight movie. Um, where is it? Yeah, Atomic Monster and Blumhouse, which is James Wan's company and obviously Jason Blum's company. But yeah, I'm interested to see how they like work that because obviously the game, what it is, has so much fucking lore behind it that they can do so much with it, really. Which would bring me to something that I want to obviously that's like got literally drops like yesterday, I think it was. Which is the teaser trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I did see it. I watched it earlier. Dee was like, "Oh, do you want to watch it?" And then she's like, "I want to go sit down and watch it." And I was like, "It literally didn't show anything. It showed
I'd
like the
say
bare minimum."
it like little tiny clips got cut together, wasn't it? Of
So,
like just the characters and just stuff like that. But obviously, it's funny because that film has been in development for so many years. It's been in development that long. A lot of the fucking scripts they made for it have now become their own movies. Willy's Wonderland, the Banana Splits movie, like literally they were based on early drafts for this movie, and because they never got off the ground, like the scripts were eventually sold to other companies that adapted them into their own stuff. And I mean, like Willy's Wonderland was a pretty fun film.
I enjoy Willy Wonderland just because it is like a silent protagonist just killing everything.
It was hilarious. But as I say, I am interested to see how the works because obviously they've got so much high hopes for this for the fact that they signed Matthew Lillard up to like a free movie deal for this. So they've got a lot of hope that this is going to be like a big hit when it comes out. But the thing is, the one problem they've got is they're releasing it when it comes out in specifically America, not over here, but when it comes out in America, it's doing the cinema and the streaming the exact same day. That's going to like take a big hit on its profits, really. Because yeah, you'll have the viewership coming in from like Peacock, but that viewership could have been money in cinema.
Yeah.
So
What is Peacock's service? I don't think I've ever heard of it.
we've got it over here.
So,
It's integrated into Sky over
oh,
here.
is it okay?
It's like a part of the Sky package you get. It's like stuff like The Office and stuff like that. It's I think it's NBC. I think it is. It's there basically like shows and shit basically in a streaming service. Like you'd
Okay.
recognize like the logo. It's
I
literally
think I've seen. That's what I mean. Yeah, I've seen it early on that I've seen the trailer, but I was like, oh, I don't think I've ever used that
yeah.
service.
So
So.
we don't technically have it over here. It's literally integrated within something else. But yeah, it's like literally just like a Peacock
Yeah, it's
thing.
been around for years, hasn't it? It's like
The obviously Peacock technically has, and I think obviously it's just then they eventually like adapted it into a streaming
streaming
service.
service.
So it's launched back in 2020, uh, and it includes obviously content library and access to additional NBC Sports, Hallmark Channel, and WWE. Because in America, the WWE network is technically integrated into Peacock. Like obviously over here we have it as its own separate network, but in America it's literally a part of Peacock.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, as I say over here, it's literally just integrated with Sky. It's a lot of like Universal projects. Like you'll find a lot of like in America, like stuff like Jurassic World, and that would go on there. And obviously the Mario movie that would be on there and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a that's got to like damper a lot of like its profits realistically down off the bat. So I mean,
Mm.
I don't know. I'm not too sure what the budget is of this movie. I'm guessing it can't be that massive because Blumhouse uh don't usually put a massive budget into something. They'll put like a decent budget. Like I mean, if I Google the last Halloween film, for example, Halloween Ends, which came out last year, the budget on that was 33 million, which realistically for a movie is fuck all. That's quite
So
low.
that's not long.
Um, I don't know what the budget is they put in this. I'm guessing it's not going to be a massive amount because the only thing really that's probably going to cost them more than anything is going to be the animatronics because I know it's Jim Henson's company that did it. They did all the
Yeah.
animatronics, which is what's got me interested in it. I've not played the games. I've seen bits of the games. It's not something that interests me, but I'm interested in see how they adapt it to the movie. And as I say, for the fact that they've used Jim Henson's company, obviously the company that did like Labyrinth and shit like that. It's used that company to make its animatronics. Makes me go, I kind of want to see this movie, see what it's like, see how it actually is able to hold its own and basically get sequels from it. But it's one of those things that we'll see. We'll have to wait till October 27th, I think it is, to see. But yeah, as I said, the teaser like, didn't really show much, so you can't really get. You can get a bit of excitement if you're like a Five Nights at Freddy's fan. You'd be like, "Ooh!" But as like a normal fan watching it, just go, "It's all right. It's not really much there
Yeah.
to see." I mean, it's
Me.
better. It's better than the recent Fast and Furious trailer. It showed the entire fucking like movie near enough.
And splitting that into two now.
Apparently, instead of doing it up to 11, they're going up to 12. Apparently, they haven't. I don't think they've
It's a shit
officially.
franchise, man.
I don't think
Such a
they've
shit.
officially announced it, but apparently, like the studio wants them to go to 12. But I mean, the last they released like a final trailer, so to say,
Just
and I
ruined
kid
it.
you not, it was like 4 minutes and 50 seconds long for a
It's just
trailer.
it's just a crap franchise now. It's just I can't stand. I mean, I didn't like them after Tokyo Drift, and everyone's like, "Oh, Tokyo Drift's boring." It's like, she's about cars. At least it stuck to what it was about.
And
Then it just
say
got ridiculous.
it got rid of the heist angle. I'm just like it's just a straight racing movie.
You got fucking Jason Momoa and fucking coming after. What is it? Who's he fighting? He's like the new rivalry.
Oh,
Is it fucking Vin Diesel?
yeah, it's fighting him
Fucking
in
like,
this.
killed my daughter or some bullshit.
Jason Momoa basically he's playing a character whose like dad was like the big villain of like Fast Five, and obviously they killed him. So obviously he's going to get revenge. But from what in other trailers, like Jason Momoa is going like full Jason Momoa, which is like really camp. Like he's just going for it. And apparently, like from what I've read from early reviews, he's the standout of the movie. Like apparently, like he's like excellent. Like he's so over the top that it works. It's hilarious. Um, but we'll
So
see.
the other day, Dwayne Johnson apologising for what he said to Vin Diesel or something. Can't remember what he's about. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry for the things that I said," and all the comments are literally like, "Yeah, because your superhero franchise got shafted, so now you want to go back to this."
Yeah, I saw that because obviously apparently he's like the end credit scene for this new one, and obviously as I saw that as well a lot like on Twitter and that people are basically saying it's only because Black Adam flopped. That's why you're fucking jumping back. I mean, you might as well. I mean, technically speaking, he's got like fucking so many other projects down the fucking line. I mean, Disney fucking signed up to do live action Moana. That's a fucking big deal for him.
That's huge, yeah.
I mean, it's a live action Disney project. They're always fucking massive deals. I mean, Little Mermaid's out this month. It should be interesting to see how they've adapted that into live action. But yeah, so I did see that, and I say everyone's just like being like, "It's only because Black Adam flopped. That's why you're jumping your gun." I say you might as fucking well. End of the day, obviously,
It's makes money.
it was just like a feud between him and Vin Diesel, wasn't it? Just because they kind of was
Just
like
stupid.
Hollywood like egos, really, wasn't it? That's what all it really was. So at the end of the day, when you put that ego aside, it's just like, okay, let's just do it then. It's happened before with many fucking actors, and it'll happen again with many fucking actors in the future. Eventually, hatchets get fucking buried, and it's like, okay, we're best friends again. Um,
Together forever and never apart.
what's the other thing? Obviously, I know you slightly mentioned it as well because you saw like something saying Loki obviously dropping in October. I was looking like at the slate, obviously, because like, they sort of announced like the slate going forward. So obviously you got Kraven the Hunter and Loki coming out the same day. So Kraven's going to cinema, Loki obviously Disney Plus. You've also got obviously the new Captain Marvel sequel coming out in the start of November, and then you've got the first ever bingeable Marvel series coming out in November. So obviously Marvel
Together.
and Star Wars don't really release all at once. Star Wars have done it with that Vision series, but that works because they're only like 20-minute episodes and sometimes not even that. So that works for that. But a lot of like their mainstream ones, it's the case of week by week, week by week. You might get like, I don't know, 2 episodes at launch sometimes, but it's very rare they go in that manner. But I've noticed this year alone, Disney have dropped like 3 in the last couple of months, like all at once. The second series of Doogie Kamaloha, that was all at once. Star Wars Visions 2, again, it's like the first one, all at once. And then that Muppets Mayhem they've done. No, the band in the Muppets.
Oh, yeah, with like animal and stuff.
They've done like an entire series about them. I watched the first episode, it was quite funny. They went to a house and started like painting it because they thought it was like where they're meant to be staying. And the woman comes and is like, "What are you doing? This is not the house you're staying at. It's over there." And they turn around, it's like a really destroyed house. And they're like, "Oh, then whose house is this?" And next minute, Danny Trejo comes walking over a dog. It's like, "What are you doing in my house?" He's 79 years, you know.
Really?
79. The irony when I watched the episode, it was his birthday that day. He's fucking 79.
Yeah, none of it, man.
Oh no.
Machete.
But yeah, so obviously those got released all at once. But obviously they're doing it now with this Marvel series. I'm guessing it's either the fact that obviously they've got something else planned for afterwards. So it's the case of they can't really span this 6 episodes across 6 weeks, or it's for the fact that it's not a well-known character. So it's the case of we kind of don't want to spread it out over weeks because people might obviously not jump at the gun for it. But if they see all episodes at once, people might binge it. Because obviously it's the spin-off to Hawkeye. It's called Echo. It's about a deaf character. She's
what? Say it again.
you're an ass, you are. You know that. But no, it's like she was like a villain in the Hawkeye, but then she kind of became good towards the end and killed Kingpin. But obviously she doesn't kill him because he's a part of her series.
Okay.
But obviously I think Daredevil's meant to be in this series as well. But yeah, it's following on from her ending in Hawkeye. But I saw obviously they put this out saying, "Oh, all episodes at once." I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." I'm gonna have to fucking wait week by week for this fucking series.
So you're gonna sit and binge watch them all?
I'll probably sit there and binge watch it all. But yeah, I saw that, and obviously I was reading like some comments like underneath, people like going, "Who cares? Well, no one asked for this," and stuff. It's basically crap like that. I'm like, well, you clearly care enough if you're there commenting on this to say, "Oh, who cares about this?" You clearly care enough if you're following them to actually comment on these fucking shows.
There's the current trend to hate on Marvel at the minute because it's just like oversaturated market. People are just like, "Oh, I've seen enough of it. I'm just gonna comment on it. Fuck it."
So it's the point of like where like westerns and war films got back in the day. Got to the point where there was that many. Eventually, people had enough, but you still had your huge fan base that was still dedicated to following it. I mean, I follow all Marvel movies. It's very rarely I miss one. Obviously, it was only really during COVID that I really missed a lot because cinemas weren't open, and I wasn't really rushing the gun to go to the cinema. But obviously, since cinemas have reopened, I've literally seen Spider-Man No Way Home, 2022, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Fall of Thunder, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and the new Ant-Man, Quantumania, which I rewatched earlier because it's on Disney Plus now. So I've literally seen all of them like since they've gone back into cinema, and there's plenty that came out during its running COVID that would have been like. Specifically, I think the Shang-Chi was the one that I would have jumped to the gun at to watch in cinema because that one, when it came out in Disney Plus, was fucking excellent. But as I mean, I was reading the comments and people like was slagging it off, being like, "Oh, who cares?" and "Who cares?" I'm just like, you're clearly caring enough to take time out of your day to comment. Who cares? It's just like, for fuck's sake. And the best comment I saw though was, and I was literally like, "Amen to that." Someone literally went, "No one gave a shit about Andor. And look how well that did. The prequel to Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Like, no one really give a shit about that. I mean, I was someone that, when it got announced, I was like, "Oh, okay, I know who it is. I'll probably watch it," but I'm not, like jumping at the, "Oh, I need to watch this." It was just a case of, I'll watch it when it comes out, but I'm not going to, like, be really like agitated, like when is it coming? When's it coming? But when it came out, it was amazing. It's like literally one of the best Star Wars projects of the past so many years. It's up there with Mandalorian as like the best Star Wars projects in a while. So I literally saw that comment. I was like, that's like amen to that comment. It's literally the case of I agree. No one gave a shit about Andor, and look how well that did. It's like so highly regarded, and it's got a second series on the way.
Mm.
But yeah, so I was reading the comments. I was like, so most of them were literally like, I don't care, but that one, oops, someone honking the horn. But that one stood out the most for me. I was like, yeah, amen to that. Trying to think what else we got. Anything else you got?
I saw that Redfall has gone under 200 concurrent players on Steam. That's pretty fucking bad.
I was that's really, especially for a game that launched 2 weeks ago.
It's like that's dreadful. I've never known a game to fall off that hard. Other than that, oh my god, what was that other game called that Square Enix made with Platinum Games? And Babylon's 4, was it? Why is it all 4? Babylon's 4. That's got like that had no players. It was literally like the worst game.
I don't remember that one.
Oh my god, I wonder if I can find
What's it called?
Babylon's 4.
Babylon's 4. Here we go. Came out in 2022.
Yep, it was like a meant to be like a PlayStation 5 and like next gen kind of thing.
It received general negative reviews from critics, and a significant commercial failure for Square Enix. The game only reached a concurrent player count of less than 1,200 on release day, and declining sharply afterwards.
Bad, mate. You can pretty sure they shut down the server.
6 months after the game's release, Square Enix announced they would be ceasing support on the game's servers, which later shut down February 27th, 2023.
According to this, the last 30 days, there's 0 players.
I'm trying to see if I can. I'm looking at images. Like, no, you're just looking at images, trying to see if you recognize it.
So I remember it being like a big deal because obviously it's Platinum Games. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, Platinum Games are like really good." You know, they've made like Bayonetta and stuff.
Yeah.
And then this came out and it was just fucking ass.
I don't.
And it meant to be the worst thing was it meant to be a live service game as well. So it was like obviously getting content added to it.
Yeah.
But because it's so bad and performed so poorly, they just didn't add anything to it. So all these people that bought it on day one for like $70 or whatever got absolutely shafted.
Yeah, I don't recognize it, so obviously I can't really say too much.
So you got Babylon's 4, which was terrible, Redfall, and King's 4, which did really bad as well. Stop putting 4 in your names.
What was I saying earlier? Oh, fucking! They dropped the trailer for Mission Impossible earlier, the new one, part 1 of obviously part of the 2-part finale for the franchise, and obviously some of the stunts in it look fucking outrageous. Like, I don't know how he can do half this shit anymore, Tom Cruise.
What's it called? It's just Mission Impossible what?
Dead Reckoning.
Oh, is it? Okay. I don't think I've watched the last 2, and they're meant to be really good.
The last Fallout was really good with Henry Cavill.
And I've not watched that one.
Rogue Nation was pretty good.
I heard really good stuff, but I've just never watched them.
But yeah, since like Ghost Protocol, like the stunts have like just gone up and like ridiculous level. I mean, he's fighting on top of a speeding train in this, and he did it IRL. Fucking drive. The train goes off a fucking like over a fucking gorge into a crevice. Did that in real life. Like it's ridiculous. Like the stunts. I mean, there's one that comes to mind. I think it was in Mission Impossible 5, so Rogue Nation. It's actually the poster for it. He's on the side of like the big like army sort of planes.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and
He's
he had
like,
to have like stuff on his hands. His hands are freezing.
Yeah, little harnesses like that, latch him onto the side of it as it went in the air, like stuff like that. It's like ridiculous. How the fuck can you do that? I mean, he even learned how to fly a helicopter. He got his own license to do a scene for the last movie when he literally flew a helicopter. It's like so crazy that he can do this. I mean, I was looking at this the other week, and obviously movies budgeted wise. Budgets. What would you say is an average like big Hollywood blockbuster budget? Really,
like a big hit. Oh my god. Let's say 150 mil.
I would agree. A lot of movies are like that. Do you want to know how much new Mission Impossible cost, according to, obviously I'm going off Wikipedia because that's the only article I can get. Have a guess how much that has cost. Apparently,
270 mil.
290 million.
They'll make it back though, man. They'll make that back.
Well, the last one, if I get the actual Mission Impossible franchise up, Mission Impossible film series. So if I look at the last one alone, worldwide made almost 800 million. And the last one's budget, I guess how much the last one cost though?
170 mil.
178. You're very close.
Ooh.
But I mean, an extra 100 million it's cost for this one, and more. But then again, half of this is come out of his own back pocket. Like
It's just the insurance, man. That's what it is.
COVID.
It's all the insurance
It's
and
COVID.
dying.
It's COVID. That's what's caused it to inflate a lot. Because I mean, they started filming in COVID, and I mean that was they started filming back in 2020. I think it was the very start. Then COVID hit, so they've literally been filming this film for like 2 years because of obviously the delays. I mean, didn't he buy like a cruise ship at one point for people to like live on?
Tom Cruise ship.
I'm pretty certain he brought like a massive cruise ship and docked it over here in different places, so basically they wouldn't have to get in contact with other people like when traveling. I'm pretty certain he did that. But yeah, obviously, as I say, the last one made almost 800 million against a 178 million budget. I mean, looking at this franchise here alone, first one cost 80 million to make, second one 125, third one 150, fourth one 145, fifth one 150, sixth one 178, and this one 290. I'm gonna compare that to like recent Marvel movies, just so you can see like how much, like, especially for like a film about like just like him basically as a spy, how much it compares to like a big Hollywood superhero franchise. Let's have a look at reception. So if we look at the budget of, let's look at the budget of Spider-Man No Way Home. That's budget was only 200 million, and that was a big superhero blockbuster. The new Guardians, for example, the budget on that was only 250 million. So this is more expensive than Guardians. It's more expensive than Ant-Man and the Wasp, the new one, which was 200 million, and that was full of fucking CGI. It's more expensive than the new Black Panther. The only one on here in the last so long that was that basically budget-wise, obviously, it's not as good as is Endgame, because according to this, it cost almost 400 million to make, which makes sense.
Big one.
Infinity War again makes sense. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is, it's only really anything. Every Avengers from Age of Ultron, so the second, third, and fourth Avengers are the only movies in the Marvel franchise that cost more to make than Mission Impossible did, the new one. And these are big Hollywood superhero blockbusters.
I'd say it's huge.
That's ridiculous. I was reading it the other week and I was like, that is ridiculous how much that has cost to make. I mean, take the budget of the new Shazam movie, which obviously flopped because obviously a lot of people didn't bother going to watch it. That budget on that was only 125 million. And that's again a superhero movie that had like a giant fucking dragon and everything. Like, and it was a good looking dragon. And it had a decent like established cast, and it's just like Mission Impossible has just like demolished that in terms of how much it's cost to fucking make. Like, it's like crazy that they have that much faith in this being like a massive fucking hit. So I think it comes out. When does it come out? Mission Impossible. When's it come out? Mission Impossible comes out, I think it's just June or July. July the 12th.
Yeah.
See, the only problem with that is literally, if I go July the 12th, I got my calendar up so I can actually work this out a bit better. So July the 12th. Only issue with that is literally a week after Oppenheimer and Barbie are released.
They're released on the same day, don't they?
Yeah, I think so at the moment. Literally a week after they're dropping those two, and literally 2 weeks before that, Indiana Jones comes out. Like, there's,
Yeah, it's like a big bunch of movies at once.
I mean, yeah, but
Especially
if you
Barbie.
think about this, so if I'm thinking about, so obviously Fast and Furious comes out, obviously Little Mermaid's ended this month. Transformers drops around the 9th of June, I think it is. Well, it's actually a week before that. Spider-Man, the new one, that drops around the 2nd of June, I think it is. The new animated Into the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah.
Then a week after, they're dropping Transformers. That comes out. A week after that, I believe The Flash is out. The new Flash movie. Don't think anything's a week after that. 2 weeks after that, I believe Indiana Jones is out. Another 2 weeks goes by and you got Mission Impossible out. A week after that, you got Barbie and Oppenheimer out. And then 2 weeks after that, I believe you got the new Meg film coming out. Like, there's that many big Hollywood blockbusters coming out in the next like couple of months. I'm honestly so glad I've got one of these fucking cinema passes to go and watch all these because, mate, I'd be out of fucking pocket how much this is. I mean, how many did I name drop? Just 1, 2. I'm definitely going to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's ridiculous.
Then you've also got to incorporate the fact that there's a new horror film coming out that I kind of want to watch called The Boogeyman. So that's 11 films there. That's 11 movies. Think of that. Obviously, it's not the actual average price because technically the price is fucking vary. But say a cinema ticket costs £10. So for one person alone to watch all that movies across those 3 months, well, 3 months. Yeah, 3 months. 3 months. £110. But you have to incorporate with me, I'd have to pay for her. So that's 220 quid I'd pay over 2 months, over 3 months, sorry. But this cinema pass obviously is what, I think it's like £15 a month. So realistically, times 3, so I usually chuck about 5, 10, 15 plus 15. For me, for 3 months, it's only costing 60 quid. Like,
it's not too bad.
That's what I mean. That's for like 11 movies. Obviously, yeah, you have to incorporate fucking travel there for like buses and that. But I mean, it's what, 3 quid a time. It's not too bad really. It's what it mounts up as the calculating in my head, not working. Calculate on my phone 3 times, 33. So you're looking at like I'm saving like over 100 quid basically each time. Then you gotta add Burger Kings afterwards because she always makes me get a Burger King. That's like fucking 30 quid. It pretty amounts up to about equal, but obviously that's including food and travel. So it probably amounts up to about the same price. It's just obviously I'm able to incorporate food and travel into that, so I'll get extra for the same price.
God's sake.
Oh, fucking hell. But yeah. Is there anything else you can think of that comes to mind?
I've seen that Amazon are linking, or Amazon Games, sorry, are linking up with another company to make Lord of the Rings MMO online thing.
I haven't seen something. I saw something about Lord of the Rings game, but I've not seen anything fully detailed about it.
It's Amazon Games again, but I mean they made fucking what's that other MMO they made? It's poo poo.
Recent.
How can I forget? I've literally fucking played it. It's like 2 years ago now, I think. A year or 2 ago. Fuck's sake, I'm gonna have to get it up. It's just sitting there. Oh, New World, that's what it's called.
Oh yes, I remember.
That game was ass. Fucking well, it wasn't too bad. They just released it at the wrong fucking time as usual. Apparently Blizzard have come out and said that Diablo's not going to come out broken. That's their promise. I'm like, okay.
How many studios have promised this? How many studios have promised this?
I don't trust it. I mean, it's look as much as I don't want it to be broken because I want to play this like day one. Server side as well, man. They got to think of the amount of people logging in.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know Hayden's going to buy it. Apparently, I was asking the other day. I was like, "You going to buy it?" He's like, "Yeah, I like Diablo, so I'm going to buy it." I was like, "Okay."
You buying it?
Probably not. I've not really played any Diablo.
Donnie's played Diablo. To know the story, it's fine.
I've not really played any Diablos really in the past, so I probably won't. I don't. Unless I can get it cheap, I probably won't. I mean, there's not many. It's not something that jumps at the gun at me.
I can't believe that.
I've got too many games that I'm playing at the moment. I've got too many Steam decks trying to fix. Definitely need to fucking contact Steam on that because I've factory reset it and it's still fucked up.
It's fucked.
I put the SpongeBob game that I got onto the lowest fucking setting, and I was still only getting barely fucking 30 FPS on the lowest setting.
I don't get. I didn't have it a year. Just under a year.
No, I did in November. I think it was last year, November, December time.
It's pretty bad that it's not fucking.
I have to contact them and once we finish this, I'll contact them and see what they fucking say. What was the other thing I saw? Fucking. Obviously, they're doing the casting at the moment for this new Superman film. And obviously, at the moment they're doing the casting for Superman, Lois, and Lex Luthor. And apparently, like Nicholas Hoult, the guy who obviously played Renfield recently, and was obviously Beast in the X-Men franchise, he's like a top like choice for Lex Luthor apparently, which is funny. I find that hilarious because he was like one of the last two choices for Batman in the recent Batman movie. It literally went down to him and Rob Pattinson, and Rob Pattinson beat him to it. And now he's like the top candidate for the bigger universe, because obviously the Batman universe is only a small section now, because obviously it's like the Batman movie, the Penguin series, and a couple of other spin-offs. So it's all just Batman focused. Whereas obviously the Superman one's set in the attempt at, again, the wider DC universe. So obviously he was the top choice in this small universe, and now he's like a top choice in this bigger universe. I think he did a good job. He's a decent actor, Nicholas Hoult is, so I think he did a decent job.
Decent.
I mean, I've saw like an image on Instagram, like someone like obviously did like a rendition of him bald, and it's just really bald.
Wasn't he bald in Mad Max?
Yes, he was, because he was the spray guy, wasn't he?
See, dude.
The one that ended up becoming his friend.
Do you want to know something?
What?
I've never watched any Mad Max film.
You've never watched any Mad Max?
No, never watched any of them.
Why?
I've just never had the chance to watch any of them. I've never had them anywhere. No streaming service, I don't think. Even if they have, I've not seen them. I've heard really good stuff about the newest one.
If you want to watch any, watch 2 and 4.
I heard Thunderdome was really bad.
Thunderdome is wank. Don't watch. The only good thing about Thunderdome is the concept of there's a dome that you just fight in, which they did utilize in the Mad Max game. So that was the interesting one. But I say you can skip once. One's okay. It's literally just, it's not really anything that, like, especially if you watch like 2 onwards, where it's all like post-apocalyptic, crazy. It's not really that. It's literally the first one's like, I think his family get like killed by some like bikers, and he just goes after him and tries to kill him. So it's literally just, it's not anything like how crazy it does go. 2's when it starts actually going into that post-apocalyptic idea where like it's just a massive desert and whatnot. Obviously 3 continues that and just the whole Thunderdome storyline, and then 4 obviously kind of just recreates 2 but as like a massive like just driving film. But yeah, if you want to watch any, watch this Road Warrior and Fury Road. So the one with Mel Gibson and one with Tom Hardy. Those are the 2 best ones, hands down. So you
They're
can watch.
making a new one.
They're making the prequel. They got a prequel in the works called Furiosa, which is about the Charlize Theron character. That's gonna star Anna Taylor-Joy, I think it is. Chris Hemsworth, and then them pair in it. But so that's a prequel to Fury Road, and I think they're still on about maybe doing a sequel to Fury Road. I'm not too sure. But yeah, if you want to watch any, 2 and 4, your best ones to watch. You can skip 3 entirely, as there's 3's wank. 1's okay if you want to just watch like a normal sort of like revenge type movie. But I say if you want to see the crazy ones, it's 2 and 4. Those are your ones. I can't believe you haven't seen any Mad Max. You played the game?
Nope, I've seen people play the game. They've played the game. They're too good as well.
Game's pretty cool, to be fair. Let's say, especially if you got the like PlayStation controller, because when you get to like the final act, like when it's like a massive like you trying to hunt down like these people that have killed someone close to you. You can hear like the ghost of them like talking in your mind like through the controller. So you'd be sitting there. I remember playing it. I remember just sitting there, just like obviously holding the button down to race after him. I was like, yeah, I got this. Not how I was. Get Max, are you okay? I was like, hello, hello. And I was like, oh, nothing. Carry on. And next minute, it's a different voice going, where were you, Max? I was like, hello? Is someone in my house? And then eventually I realised, oh shit, it's coming from the controller. It's one of the ones where it speaks to you. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's the first like experience I had with like that kind of idea of a PlayStation controller that you can speak, that the speakers actually do anything. So obviously that was like one of the first sort of games I really like played. Really, obviously I played a couple, but that was the first like one that I played that actually kind of utilized that function. And
Yeah.
I remember being so confused for a couple of minutes before I realized, oh, the controller's speaking to me. I say, should play it. I think you can get it for like fucking dirt cheap on the PC. I think I
So
bought it.
I'm pretty sure he's pretty cheap.
Pretty certain I bought it for like a couple of quid. So
Um,
I definitely recommend playing it. It's a pretty solid game. It's more in line with the new ones, the Fury
it's
Road film.
$3.99.
Yeah, I say it's more in line with Fury Road than any of the others. Like it's just a lot of characters that are very reminiscent of the Fury Road characters, but they're not. They're like their own. Um, but yeah, I recommend playing it. It's pretty cool. And as I say, it incorporates a lot of elements from the movies. As I say, there's literally a Thunderdome sequence in there where you get to fight in a Thunderdome, which, as I said, the film was wank, but it's quite cool that they actually utilised that part of the film, which was actually decent, which is the Thunderdome part. The rest of it's wank, specifically the little kid scenes that are just like really annoying. Anything else you can think of?
I got like three other things that are only like small things.
Go on then. Go on.
Apparently Ubisoft have put 2,000 devs to work on Assassin's Creed, which I'm not sure if they mean one game or like the entire like thing.
And so, because isn't like fucking three like games that were announced essentially.
Yes, I'm pretty sure there's like all working on it, and obviously they're saying they want more people. They're still looking for more people to come in.
Hmm.
That's fucking a lot of people on the
Yeah,
project.
that is a lot of people. And again, it's a big franchise, isn't it? It needs to be done right.
Yeah, Stray it got its rating for Xbox leaked, so that means that it's coming to Xbox soon.
That the cat one.
Yeah, because obviously it's exclusive to PlayStation for like a limited time, and then obviously PC had it, and then apparently it leaked. I can't remember where it leaked. It's like some American website leaked the ESRB rating for Xbox, so that's coming soon. Probably I don't know how I don't think it sold really too well. Just on Xbox,
I haven't
everyone
picked I haven't
dedicated.
picked it up yet. I'll keep it up in an hour in it. I'm just like, will I actually sit down and play it? There's the question.
Stick it on Game Pass, not play. And then obviously the last thing I got was the classic World of Warcraft's getting official hardcore mode, so it's like permadeath. If you die, you die. So that's going to be like a shit ton of people coming back to that because there's already like a fan made version, and that brought a shit ton of people back. So I can imagine the official one being like
Even bigger.
huge,
Yeah.
like absolutely fucking huge. But I don't think they'll release it anytime around Diablo. Like I know they're doing like a free trial currently for the latest expansion of World of Warcraft, but it literally ends like the day before Diablo's fully released. So I'm guessing that's like they're trying to keep everything away from Diablo launch.
And so, and obviously, you mentioned obviously Assassin's Creed. It brought up the fact that obviously, going on a fucking as this channel going forward, I'm literally going to try and attempt like from the first Assassin's Creed games to the new one. I'm going to try and play through all of them, like from start to finish. That includes the fucking
I like
art
the
games.
story ones. Yeah, I like the story ones, and then obviously you get to like the later ones, and I think Origin was pretty good, and after that it just fell off. They kept doing the same
Valhalla's good.
formula, didn't
Valhalla's like one of my favorite ones. But now I've
they? No,
literally
I never saw
I've
doing so.
installed the first game on the Xbox, utilizing the. I think I've got it down now. I brought it up here the other day because I was going to play it, but never did. I'm going to do it this weekend. Obviously, I'm going to utilize it through the backwards compatible function. Uh, I could do the same with the Ezio ones, but you got the Ezio collection, which is just all of them in one game anyway. So I'm going to install that on the PS5. I've reinstalled Black Flag. I've got Assassin's Creed 3 already installed. I've got Rogue installed. I've got all of them installed pretty much on PC, apart from obviously the first game, the Ezio ones, and Valhalla. They're the only ones I haven't got installed on PC. Everything else is installed, so they're the only ones that I'm gonna have to try and either buy cheap on PC. Pretty much, like, Valhalla would be the obviously only one that I could say buy cheap on PC, or just play it as it is. I'll probably just play it as it is. No point fucking rebuying it. Might as well start a new save.
Well, you got the other two on Game Pass, the Origins and
Odyssey.
the Odyssey. Yeah,
Yeah, I've got both of them on Steam anyway. I think the only other one I haven't got on Steam is Syndicate, but I've got it on Epic Games, so I got it for free. It was when no one did that fucking free games a month shit.
Yeah.
I remember getting it on there for nothing. But yeah, I'm gonna fucking. I was just debating like internally, like what do I want to play next? Like I want to play something next. I was like looking at Minecraft, something like that, like chilling, just playing that. But in the end, I was like, there's multiple Assassin's Creed games I still haven't finished. Specifically in the Ezio era, I haven't finished Brotherhood and I haven't finished Revelations. Never did. I never bothered going back to them. So I was like, why don't I just try and sit through them from start to finish and actually try and do it? So
Yeah.
I'm literally gonna like. It's probably gonna take me like over a year to do this. So I'm just gonna bash through fucking every single one. But that's what I'm gonna be trying to do soon. I'm also gonna be trying to do some more tier lists each month, like once a month. So I enjoyed that tier list I did recently. I might just try and find random ass topics to try and tier list because Hayden said it's easy content to do. That and it's easy enough for her to edit, so she should definitely say yes to it. So we get to question.
We'll do a tier list on the Assassin's Creed games
That is a
before
good.
you play them.
Yes, I might actually. That's actually an interesting thing to do. So I might actually do that. I'll note that one down as well. So we get to question corner. See what she's got for us today.
Go on then. That's a clap.
It's you know it's like a maid service. I need a bell ding. Question. Yeah, he's got Shrek behind him. Question corner. Let's give us any question. We'll take any question today. Is that your question of the day?
The question of the day.
She said, "Do you want another Shrek film and why?"
There is one coming out.
No, there's rumours they're supposed to be making of one.
I'm pretty sure it is in the works. I'm pretty sure it like leaked. I'm pretty sure. And then they're gonna do it. Look how good of a franchise it is. Other than like the last one was pretty weak, but the rest are pretty fucking good. I mean, the Puss in Boots film was meant to be really fucking good.
Do you reckon they'll keep in line with the Puss in Boots animation? Or do you reckon they'll stick with the
No,
Shrek
I think
animation?
they'll go to like the Shrek style. I think they'll go back to that. As much as I think the style was cool for Puss in Boots, I think it's kind of like the identity of the film in it.
And say you don't think it'll work for the Shrek one?
I think it could work. I just don't think they'd do it. I think it'd be it's easier to do it the way they've done it before.
So are you saying you want another one?
Of course, want another one.
Why then? That's what she asked. Is
Shrek's
why?
fucking amazing. It's like one of the best franchises of all time.
Debatable, but fair enough.
There's still one of the biggest debates is I prefer the first one over the second one, but I feel like more people prefer the second one.
Which one did I prefer? I watched one and two recently, like literally like the other month. I think I preferred the first one.
I love the first one.
I think it was the first one I preferred more. There is a lot of really good stuff in the second one. But I think it was
So they're both good, but it's just the first one was just better. But it might be just nostalgia because I remember watching it.
Yeah, probably.
It came out.
Is there anything else, or you think about?
Beep beep boop 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 boop.
I mean, we've gone for almost 50 minutes. Yeah, that seems like a decent little chat of random topics.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. You're just combing that big ass forehead of yours. It's like a fucking. You look like an egghead.
Is it dinner plate?
An egghead.
Eat off my forehead.
You look like the leader from the Hulk movies.
I don't get that reference because I've not watched the Hulk movies.
Well, he's in the animated one. He's coming into the movies soon. I'll get you a picture. I'll get you a picture of him.
I could play Lex Luthor.
Oh.
You cheeky bastard.
I got a better one. You want a better one?
Oh god, here you go. Conehead.
That's Egghead. His name's Egghead.
Yeah. I like him.
That's you.
Finally got representation in films.
To be fair, this one does look like you. He's got glasses and everything on.
That's my background next to me. You gotta remind me.
Oh, for that. Oh,
Yeah.
let's try to remember. But yeah, that's you.
Thank you. Much appreciated, Tom.
No problem there, sir. No problem there. Yeah, I feel like that was a nice little chat. At least this one should actually have worked.
I hope so, because I ain't doing it again.
It's not my fault. I mean, I didn't. It should work because I've actually recorded on there recently, so it should actually fucking work. And I'm actually
Should have tested it.
I'm actually watching the desktop audio move this time.
Is it move then?
Literally, I'm watching it move, and it's on the tracks and everything. And like, literally, I can quickly click settings, and go. Oh shit! No, it's on Nah, I'm joking. It's not. It seems to have worked. Unlike fucking last time when the fucking one little setting that just needed a little fucking click, fucked us over and lost us our fucking talk, which was a fun talk. I mean, like the whole Ghostbusters joke with the whole throwing different Ghostbusters at people.
So disappointed in the actions.
Everyone's always disappointed in me. Anyway, I feel like that covers everything. Obviously, you can check out our previous podcasts on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, etc., etc. Amazon Music. Apple Music's technically iTunes.
Well, isn't it like Apple Podcast? Isn't that a thing?
I think so. I think there's like
Same thing.
I think it's like integrated. I can't remember.
I don't understand.
Basically, you'll find it on most of your podcasting platforms. And you can find the video here on YouTube at Dragon King Entertainment. Obviously, you can check out Mr. Zenny F _ streaming usually every Sunday around 6ish with me.
Yes.
Obviously, you didn't do it last week because obviously we just did Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which was pretty fun. But you know, we're back. You'll be back on it this week, so you can check him out. Obviously, at his channel, Zenny F _
Yep.
Twitch.tv/Zenny F _
/big cock / stop drawing penises on Gothic phone.
Ah, fuck's sake. But yeah, obviously, if you like this, obviously on YouTube you can like and subscribe, and you know, just keep following us. Specific Connor, just follow him around, just track him down, just follow him around, just walk behind him and just stare at him uncomfortably and say, "Fucking hell, look at this egghead."
I don't go out very often, but you can just like stand by the door, I guess.
Stare at you like in It when you just got Pennywise standing there in the back at the distance, but just stand there like that, just staring at him. And if he gives you a cheeky wave, he gives you a cheeky wave. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
All right.
But yeah, obviously we hope you enjoyed, and you know, this has been the Chat Cave podcast. So we'll see you next time. That's only going to work for people watching this. People not watching this, I'm not going to get that. So say bye, Connor. Say bye.
You go for like annotation. Zenny salutes. There you go. Sayonara.